So in that spirit, I want to tell Nairobians never to entrust, never to put their trust in such a born incompetent person. This time round, Nairobi will not reason with dimples. Reasoning will be with brains. It will be brains versus dimples. It's upon you to choose what will salvage you from the shackles of unemployment within Nairobi and get a clean, better, motorable city. A city under the sun as we are proud of it. Therefore, I will invite questions from members of the press.
Maybe a question, what will be your take with regards to the representation of the steering committee, whereby we have some cabinet secretaries, majority from the national government versus the ones from the county government? What will be your take on that?
First of all, Mr. Leto, that's a very intelligent question because, you clearly know the answer of what is going to happen because 2/3 of these members of the committee are going to come from the coming from the national government. That means that 8 out of 12 of them are from the national government under the leadership of the Prime Cabinet Secretary. It means that the governor will be relegated into a secretary of this committee, not even a deputy governor. So I don't even know the role of a deputy governor, what he's going to perform in that committee, if he will be included. That clearly tells you that there's a hostile takeover because of that imbalance of the numbers. And it was probably done to incorporate some of a few members of the county government just to avoid shaming the governor. And this is a very sad thing because if the national government has already signed and the governor has signed, then one thing also comes which is very unconstitutional about the public participation. That they are saying they want to do it within a period of 14 days. We have 17 constituencies and 85 wards within Nairobi. Is it even practical? But going by the doctrine of legitimate expectation, the moment they sign it, then it means that they already know the outcome. There's already an expectation that it is going to be implemented because the moment it is signed, now it should be implemented. So these are going to be just exercises in futility, PR exercise. Cabinet secretaries are in this. That tells you that there's a complete takeover. A complete takeover. When you have a company and you own 50% of the shares, you own 51% of the shares, and another person has 49, this company belongs to who? To the 51%, correct? And that is why we were fighting that Safaricom ought not to have been sold, should not be sold. Because we know that this Nairobi is going to run under the leadership of President Ruto. Now, the next question is, what intention do they have with Nairobi? What is it that they want to do in 1 year that was never done in 4 years? What is it? What is it that they want to do in 1 year? So it means that these are just corruption scandals that's going to come up. There's going to be pilferage of money. And clearly, the governor is already satisfied. The governor is one of the billionaires now in this city. It's quite unfortunate that he's a governor and he has created a billionaire in himself instead of creating several millionaires within Nairobi County. Yes. Ndio.
Rais anasisitiza kwa sasa, anazungumza ile alipo, anasema kwamba hawajachukua kaunti ya Nairobi, kwamba wameshirikiana tu katika kufanikisha majukumu ya kaunti ya Nairobi. Sijui maoni yako yepi kuhusiana na hilo. Pili, kuna hili swala la uwajibikaji. Iwapo serikali ya kitaifa inatoa shilingi bilioni 80 kwa serikali kwa kaunti ya Nairobi, je, vipi uwajibikaji utafanyika? Utafanywa na bunge la kitaifa ama seneti ama kama kaunti?
It becomes a problem if I... Yes.
Unahisi kwamba Gavana Sakaja amefeli katika kutia saini mkataba huu? Unadhihirika kwamba umefaidisha wakazi wa kaunti ya Nairobi?
Jambo la kwanza, in the spirit of devolution, tunaambiwa ya kwamba hii mambo ya devolution rais mwenyewe anaiua, kwa sababu Nairobi as a capital city that controls a very large percentage of our economy. The president is now assuming the roles of a governor. So we have a president of the Republic of Kenya in Ruto. Then we have a governor of Nairobi, now is President Ruto, not Sakaja. That clearly tells you that the spirit of devolution has been destroyed. So therefore the next question is, nani anafaa a keep checks and balances in terms of even auditing ya county? Because now it is partly the function inafaa iwe ya Senate. But now kuna national government that comes in. So which committees should they be subjected to within Parliament? That is the National Assembly and the Senate. So there's a lot of confusion, and that is why I'm telling you, in a scandal where these people wanataka wakule pesa za wana Nairobi, kwa sababu hawataki hata wawe audited. There's no auditing. Jambo nyingine, president anasema ya kwamba, anasema hajachukua Nairobi. The moment aliita governor, wakakubaliana na wakaforma committee. Hii ni a new NMS. So kusema anataka kuweka 80 billion is neither here nor there. Kwa sababu the county government of Nairobi in itself iko na debt ya close to around approximately 121 billion Kenya shillings ya pending bills. These pending bills, you remember we were told that national government was supposed to pay it because NMS are the ones who did this. But they did it on behalf of the county, which means that the county also ought to have come in because these were functions of the county government. So this clearly tells you that if 121 billion cannot be paid, are they going to avail the 80 billion to do this job? And up to now, the last 4 years, 80 billion was not availed for Nairobians to do something. Are they going to work on it? Let me tell you, problem like water challenge, the national government, together with the county government, needs a total of only 100 billion Kenya shillings. And every Nairobian will receive water on a daily basis from Monday to Sunday by constructing more dams, around 2 to 3 dams. We only need close to around 100 billion. And we solve this water challenge permanently. And that 100 billion can come from the county government and the national government. County government alone, according to the recent World Bank report, clearly states that county government should be having an on-source revenue of close to around 67 billion Kenya shillings. Out of that, 37 billion is coming from these billboards and the billboards advertisement, sorry. So 37 billion. So which means that if a governor is competent enough, should be collecting 67 billion. Then with an additional of approximately over 20 billion from the national government, that's 87 billion Kenya shillings. But what do we always declare? We have a budget of 43 billion Kenya shillings annually. The governor has never reached even a collection. We've never implemented this budget fully because every time the government is boasting of having collected 12 billion, that is what he declares. Meanwhile, he has only a right of viewing only. So it means that the fact that he agreed that he should be viewing means that there's money that he gets from the back door. Okay? So this Nairobi is a graveyard of corruption. All these things which are being introduced is just about corruption. We've been told these things severally. We've been told that jobs will be given to the youth. We've been told that a mama mboga will graduate from selling a mboga to owning a supermarket. We've been told that a boda boda rider will graduate from having a boda boda to having matatus. We've never seen these things happening. Now you are being told again that 80 billion will be availed for Nairobians. Meanwhile, in only one financial year, Nairobi should be run on 87 billion Kenya shillings. So that is even an understatement, which means that they are collecting so much money that they are not declaring. The other day, the Auditor General was complaining. Audit report was showing that the county government of Nairobi, through the controller of budget, approved funding to the county government of Nairobi, and these funds disappeared. Actually, they're even using private companies to siphon these monies. 150 million disappeared. I hope you saw that. It was everywhere. So what does that tell you about the state of our county? So what was your last question? Okay.
Yeah, one question.
Yes.
You've expressed your dissatisfaction with both the national and the county
Yes.
government,
Yes.
terms of governance.
Yes.
What would be the solution for the remaining 1 year for the election? What would you prescribe?
What I can easily tell you is that Nairobi, as at now, is not functional. What couldn't be done in 4 years cannot be done in 1 year. There's a reason why we are elected in office for 5 years, so that you prorate and you use your budget. Nairobi is run on a budget, and there's an on-source revenue together with the national government revenue that we receive. And if we've never implemented this budget to its full, then there's nothing to expect. There's no miracle to expect. The only thing that we want is that Nairobians should change the leadership of Nairobi, so that when we come in, we deliver these services. As a member of National Assembly, you've seen my great work at Embakasi's constituency. We were ranked as the best member of parliament in Kenya, beating all even the government members of parliament with all those resources. It means that if little could be given to us, then we can manage even more. If we could manage little, we can manage more. And we just want an opportunity where we can help majority of Nairobians get services. We want to create an enabling environment for even Nairobians to do business. This idea of making these licenses too expensive, exorbitant, for no reason. You are even getting little revenue. When you go by the demand and supply curve, you'll get little revenue, because when you put the values to be so high for licenses, then it means the demand will be low. People will be starting their own businesses without even taking licenses. But when the prices are low, the demand will be so high. So Nairobi needs brains, not dimples.